Carl Queen nicknamed his unusual vehicle the Grey Ghost. The 1950 Willys Overland Jeepster is remarkable for a number of reasons that deserve the fanciful moniker. Its phaeton body style is sleek with occupants exposed to the elements. The vehicle was last of this type produced by a major American manufacturer. Queen's Jeepster is also significant for being among the first mid-century crossover vehicles. Today's market is chock-a-block full of SUVs with features of both cars and trucks. But right after the Jeepster's post-Wii introduction it was unique. "I like its nostalgic look and V-shaped windshield," Queen said. "It's just a car you don't see on the road today. And being a hot rod makes it fun to drive. The Jeepster is so rare that it's likely most people under 50 have never seen one except in photographs. The Grey Ghost's body sheet metal is all original. The phaeton body is a short wheelbase, open car," Queen said. "It does not have roll-up side windows. They set in and out. The vehicle's frame is the same as a Jeep station wagon." The marketing theory behind the Jeepster was that a lot of the servicemen returning from World War II would like the Jeep. So this was a sporty version of what they'd driven in Europe and the South Pacific. It's a longer wheelbase but still only 15 feet long, which is a fairly short car. The Grey Ghost's engine, drivetrain and other mechanical systems have been modernized by previous owners and Queen since he acquired it earlier this year. It has an enormous 1965 Chevrolet Corvette motor and 400 automatic transmission, which makes it a mover. Queen observed that it's a quick ride. He doesn't know how fast the Grey Ghost will go and is not sure if he wants to find out. "I'm not into speed, but I'm into acceleration," he said. "I bought it on eBay from a guy in Pennsylvania, but it had come from the Carolinas, which is more desirable from the lack of rust standpoint," he said. Those two owners had done the mechanicals and the paint and body work. Queen has added a modern power steering pump, front end, brake booster, chrome engine valve covers and other different touches. It has Stewart Warner gauges and a 12-volt electrical system. "I enjoy doing these things to it," he said. "I'm a Shriner and have driven it in one parade. It gets a lot of looks." He's put wide white wall tires on the wheels that have distinctive red rims. Shiny chrome wheel covers mirror styling of the 1950s. Queen has had a lifelong career as artist and craftsman. Style means a lot to him. The Grey Ghost sports a full spare tire and wheel mounted outside on the vehicle's cute little rear end. It has the original Willys Overland wheel cover with W imposed on O insignia. What the vehicle doesn't have are AC, heater or sound system. But plans are in the works to install those systems. It came from the southern part of the US and a heater wasn't ordered for it, Queen said. They were basically beach buggies, so not all of them had heaters. The Jeepster is undeniably rare. They were only made from 1948 to 1950. Most had four-cylinder engines with one six-banger available. Willys Overland gave their motors flamboyant names including Godevil, Lightning and Hurricane. The largest one was a whopping 161 cubic inches. Top speed was 65 miles per hour. The entire three-year model run totaled less than 20,000 Jeepsters. All were assembled in Toledo, Ohio. Queen's mother was one of those few people who purchased and drove one in 1950, weedy in Midwest City, and my dad bought it for her new because he wanted one. Queen said. It was yellow and black. I was 4 years old and remember riding in it because it was Mom's daily driver. It did have a heater, but after the first winter of her driving it, I think the Jeepster found a new home. Because they are a little drafty and she had for little kids. It's funny why people buy certain old cars. They got married in one, parents had one, their brother or sister had one, and they wanted it. There's little reasons here and there, which begs the question why Queen keeps and maintains a 67-year-old vehicle. "Because I can," he said with a smile big as Dallas. "I have always loved old cars and for the most part they were always original. But then you're always chasing parts which can be hard to find. So a street rod that looks like an old car fits my bill. I can go to O'Reilly's and get parts for this one." Queen's first car as a youngster was a 1964 Dodge Dart. Not too long ago he acquired one similar but convertible. "That's what I wanted when I was 16 but couldn't afford it," he said. Queen drives his Jeepster to local parades, car meets and shows. "People ask me what it is and where they can get one," he said. "There are some for sale out there but are pretty rare and are being street-rodded today because you can drive them on the interstate that way. I've had more people look at this car than any other old car I've ever owned. Have you seen a cool vehicle around town? Writer Doug Hill is always on the lookout for future Dig My Ride columns. Email him at hillviews@hotmail.com.